All right, we're going to go ahead and begin. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I know there's a very tight, limited room. There's a couple stacked chairs in the back if anybody needs some extra space. Before we begin with introductions, if I could have everybody stand, we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If everyone could remain standing, we're going to have a moment of silence to remember all of those first responders that have come before us and all those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you. Please be seated. Again, my name is Greg Ellis. For those that don't know me, I'm the Division Chief of Administration with Citrus County Fire Rescue. I'd like to thank everybody for coming, especially all of our first responders. Typically, we try to do these award ceremonies once a year, and we also try to do promotional and new hire announcements whenever they're either A, promoted, or B, hired on with us. But unfortunately, because of COVID, because of the merger with EMS, there was a lot of parts and pieces that went into play, which put us where we are today. So it's a little bit longer process than what we're normally used to and a lot more people that we're normally used to. So please bear with us as we go through this. But again, thank everyone for coming. Some introductions that I've got, if we can go through our command staff that we have with us. Unfortunately, our Fire Chief, Craig Stevens, couldn't be with us. He's doing the Run for the Money benefit, running from Tallahassee back to the Key Training Center here in Citrus County for making awareness for that. So we do have our Deputy Fire Chief, Keith Long, with us. We have our Division Chief of EMS, Jason Morgan. In the back row, we have our Fire Marshal, Paul Gillum. And then next to him is our one of our battalion chiefs, L.J. White. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Division Chief of EMS, Jason Morgan, to begin his opening statement.
Let me start off by acknowledging my gratitude to all of you today. I am proud of each of you individually for your service to Citrus County. The fire service is filled with talented, dedicated people who use their gifts in service of others. Citrus County Fire Rescue employees have daily opportunities to make a true difference and positively impact the citizens of Citrus County. Car accidents, medical emergencies, fires, and countless other uncertain situations bring first responders to the heart of the problem to address the issue at hand. Due to this nature, often we see people on their worst days and do whatever we can to make it a little better. Today, you are being honored because you have successfully applied your skills. You learned to make that bad day turn around for citizens you serve. Now let's take a look back and see what brought you to where you are today. It all started with a dream as a child, or at least it did for me. Look back when you were growing up and think of all the aspirations you had of growing up and getting that special job. Parents want what is best for their children and know there will be several struggles along the way that will only shape you for your purpose in life. Critics will come and go, trying to pressure you away from what you have worked hard for. Those childhood dreams help to shape a person on what they may do when they grow up and go out into the world as a productive member of society. Did you allow these goals to grow and shape you along the way? Or did you allow others to twist you into something that was not a part of your childhood? Dreams do not come true just because you want them to. It takes hard work that others may fear, but you choose to accept the challenge and create change in your life. Along the way, some of you may have lost your dream or wandered on a path away from your destiny. It is important at that point to remember what the most important thing is so that you can be true to yourself and those objectives you had as a child. The time we have on earth is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's dream. Listen to that inner child's voice and have the courage to follow that dream and not what others may dream for you. You don't owe anyone an explanation on what your design is from childhood. I want you to look back on your journey to where you are today. Remember to push past your fear because you have answered the call to be where you are today. You choose this desire for something bigger than yourself and ensure you fight every day to make yourself proud of that inner childhood dream. The challenges that you face on a daily basis will become the opportunities to strengthen your hope of success. Never be ashamed of trying. Your determination and creativity will follow you throughout your life. Taking some lyrics from a song, this should speak for you today. All your life, you have been hustling, and today is your appraisal. You're going to be the greatest with everything coming up aces. If it's a dream, don't wake me. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. I leave this with you today. If that little kid inside of you likes who you have become, then how bad can you be? Thank you.
All right. Can I have the first row stand, take one step toward me, face the audience, and raise your right hand? Take your oath. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To perform my duties. As a state your rank. For Citrus County Fire Rescue. To do the best of my ability. I pledge to serve my fellow first responders and citizens. With compassion, courage, honor, trust, and integrity. I will always conduct myself in a professional manner. And will dedicate my effort to saving lives and property. I swear to uphold the laws of the Constitution. The United States of America. State of Florida. Citrus County. So help me God. May be seated. So we'll do them at the same time? Okay. Second row. Over here, stand up. Come on up. Turn around. Face the audience. Raise your right hand. If we have more room, we could do this all at once, but unfortunately we don't. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To perform my duties as a state your rank. For Citrus County Fire Rescue. To the best of my ability. I pledge to serve my fellow first responders and citizens. With compassion, courage, honor, trust, and integrity. I will always conduct myself in a professional manner. And will dedicate my effort to saving lives and property. I swear to uphold the laws and Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Florida, and Citrus County. So help me God. May be seated.
So this brings us to the next part of the process, which is what we refer to as the penning ceremony. Penning ceremony is a time-honored tradition that allows the family members and loved ones of each of our first responders to come forward, be part of the process to put the badge onto them. We do tell everybody that we have a lottery going, that those that draw blood when you put the badge on your loved one is the first to win the lottery. So with that being said, we will call one up each at a time. So first, I would like to have paramedic Mariah Clark come up and also invite her husband, Jacob. Jacob. Next, I'd like to call Inspector Jeremy Collins. He's going to be pinned by our Fire Marshal, Paul Gillum.
There's no prize, Paul. Just
I mean,
bragging
it can
rights.
be.
I got $20.
Can I get you with him one more time?
Do it all over again.
Next, I'd like to call paramedic Caroline Cooper, who's going to be pinned by her father, Ray.
It's not as easy as it feels.
You're right, there's not a hole there.
Just okay, punch a hole in.
There you go, help me.
Don't poke yourself.
Alright, let's get a picture.
Next, I'd like to invite paramedic Leah Damron, pinned by her son, Chance.
You actually want me to give him that?
Yes.
Next, we'd like to have paramedic Megan Fairchild. It's going to be pinned by her daughter, Peyton, and father, DeVoe.
Everyone, if you could face this way. Thank you. Good, thanks.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite Inspector Thomas Marr up to the front. He's going to be pinned by our Fire Marshal, Paul Gillum.
There you go, Paul.
Can I get a shot of you two together? Thank you.
I'd like to invite up EMT Morgan Hooker, pinned by her husband, Jason.
Well done. Great, thank you.
Next, we invite EMT Ryan Melton, pinned by his fiancee, Siobhan.
A little moment. Sorry. Here we go. Thank you.
Next, we have firefighter Frank Mistretta, pinned by Fire Captain Thomas Ratchford.
Good job, Frank. I don't want to be
We might have to let that one slide.
I don't want to. Everyone business.
Thank you.
Next, we'd like to invite Captain Ryan Olding, pinned by his wife, Erica.
Thank you. Thanks.
Next, we'd like to invite paramedic Calhoun, who's going to be pinned by his daughter, Morgan.
Nope, not quite. Hold on just one moment. And good. Good.
Morgan, don't go too far. We're going to invite EMT Brandy Gianni up, also be pinned by her daughter Morgan.
And I'll come around this side. All right. 1, 2, good. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite EMT Harley Rhymes, who will be pinned by her fiance Haley.
Right. 1, 2, thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite paramedic Lyle Horn. He's going to be pinned by his wife Sarah.
Okay, let me have you just come right here. Good. Thank you. 1, 2, good. Thank you.
And last but not least, EMT Zadie Spady is pinned by his fiance Joseph.
Two. Good. Thank you.
So please bear with us during this next process. We're going to switch all of the our first responders up front. If you guys want to go to the back, and then we'll have our promotional personnel come up front, and we will do the same thing.
All right, gentlemen. Last time. Everybody stand. One step forward. Face the audience. Raise your right hand. State your name. Do solemnly swear to perform my duties as a state your rank for Citrus County Fire Rescue to the best of my ability. I pledge to serve my fellow first responders and citizens with compassion, courage, honor, trust, and integrity. I will always conduct myself in a professional manner and will dedicate my effort to saving lives and property. I swear to uphold the laws and Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Florida, and Citrus County. So help me God. You may be seated.
Now, for the pinning process, unfortunately, this takes just a smidge longer because they have a lot of collar brass that we have to go through for those officers. Anybody wearing a jacket, for those coming up to pin, please make sure you pin on the collars. They should be able to show you where they're at. So first, I'd like to have driver engineer Colin Began come up to be pinned as a lieutenant. If we could have his fiance, Amber.
Sorry.
Right over here, please. Thank you. All right. 1, 2, good. Thank you very much.
I know you can't see his face, but it is red. So next, I'd like to invite our previous instructor, Michael Fletcher, now Captain Mike Fletcher, with his wife, Amy.
Yeah.
Eagles face down. See, that wasn't that bad. We all had a bet if you were going to pass out or not.
Make sure you got the one that was voodoo.
Yes, yes.
Right here, if you would. Thank you. Good, thank you very much.
I'd like to have driver engineer Matthew Green, who is now Lieutenant Matthew Green. is going to be pinned by his wife, Melanie.
Don't plug too hard. Well done. Just step over this way a little bit. Thank you. All right. One, two,
Next, I'd like to invite firefighter Henry Helwig, now driver engineer Henry Helwig, pinned by his son Henry.
if I could have you step over this way just a skosh. Good. And 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, we're done. Thank you, congratulations.
Not to be biased, but my personal favorite, Captain Jason Morgan, which is now our division chief of EMS, going to be pinned by his wife, Amy. Come here. Switch.
Okay, it's mini Jason.
you very much. Congratulations.
Next, we'll have firefighter Joseph Palizzi, now driver engineer Joseph Palizzi, pinned by his wife Cynthia.
Great, thank you. Congratulations.
And lastly, Lieutenant Ratchford, which is now Captain Ratchford, is going to be pinned by Battalion Chief L.J. White.
I did get promoted like 3 years ago, so I don't have the fancy slot like these other guys. Thank you, sir.
Great, thank you very much. Congratulations.
All those that are standing, if you guys want to have a seat up front, or you can stand, completely your choice. If you guys want to go sit back with your family, you're more than welcome to. Brings us to the next part of the service, which are awards. So awards are very important in our service. It's a way to honor everybody that has made some sort of sacrifice and present awards and certifications to them. So I will turn it over to Chief Long.
Once again, congratulations to everybody. Again, this is long overdue, and we're very proud of all of you and your accomplishments. So as Chief Ellis said, we're going to be moving along into the awards section of the ceremony. I'm going to read the award, brief description of the award, a narrative of what happened, and then call the people up for their awards. So first, we're going to start with Specialty at Achievement Awards. This award recognizes a member's specialization, special achievements, or assignment to a specialized unit. With our great pleasure, our department would like to identify personnel who were assigned and deployed out of county to the aid of those affected by Hurricane Ian in Southwest Florida. Engine Strike Team 1401 was deployed from October 1st to the 11th, 2022. These individuals supported the emergency operation and relief efforts while also representing the agency and county with the highest degree of professionalism, compassion, and integrity. We are very proud to recognize a few of the members of the strike team. Lieutenant Colin Began and Driver Engineer Manuel Martinez. Please step forward. Get your picture.
Yeah, let's have you right here, please. A little bit over this way, sir. Thank you. Perfect, thank you.
This next award is long overdue. It's a certificate of appreciation. Certificate of appreciation shall be presented to any deserving individual for a deed worthy of recognition. Today, we would like to present this certificate to an employee from a local retailer who has consistently dedicated their time and assistance to better not only our department, but ultimately our community. We would like to recognize Julie Shutt from Crystal River Home Depot.
Could you be in the shot as well? And if you would hold this. Hold the certificate. Very good. Perfect, thank you.
The next award is a Clinical Save Award. A Clinical Save Award is awarded to members involved in a clinical save based on the following criteria. The patient was found pulseless and non-breathing. The patient was treated and transported to a hospital with a subsequent transfer from the emergency department to an intensive care unit or released. Today, we are very proud to recognize a few individuals who have represented this criteria. On June 6, 2021, Squad 7 was dispatched and responded emergency to West Jim Lane in Crystal River in reference to a cardiac arrest. Squad 7 crews arrived after Nature Coast EMS Medic 103 and began assisting with CPR procedures. Crews secured patient onto a stretcher and loaded into the ambulance. Squad 7 assisted Nature Coast EMS with patient care and transport to the local ED. It is our great pleasure, and we would like to present the Clinical Save Award to Captain Thomas Ratchford for his assistance on this emergency call for service.
You can come over here. And would you, come as well? And show us- Let's see the certificate. Thank you. One,
All those
two.
pictures.
Good, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ratchford. Next up is the Unit Citation Award. The Unit Citation Award is designed to recognize a functional unit that performs in a superior manner on the scene of an emergency incident or displays an extraordinary performance of task beyond their normal duties. This unit must display such outstanding performance of exceptionally difficult task as to set it apart from other units. This award may be presented to members who participated in an action that contributed to the overall professionalism of the department. Station 3 took it upon itself to dedicate their own time, money, and effort to renovate the station's EMS bay to accommodate an in-house gym. We are pleased to recognize Lieutenant Colin Began on his role within his unit to fulfill the station's desire and need for this training space, along with Jesse Mullis. You didn't think you were going to get out of it just because you're on duty, did you? It's good for you.
Good thing your hair looks so good.
He's a hugger.
He's a hugger.
Okay, gentlemen, if you could come over here. One, two, we're done. Thank you. Congratulations.
Next is the Meritorious Service Award. The Meritorious Service Award may be awarded to a member who distinguishes himself or herself by performing in an outstanding manner worthy of recognition while engaged in the mediation of a fire, medical emergency, rescue, hazardous materials incident, or other type of response. These actions may include, but are not limited to, those resulting in the preservation of a human life or the significant conservation of property. Today, I am proud to present 4 Meritorious Service Awards. On April 12th, 2021, Engine 8 was dispatched to East Menlo Lane in Inverness due to 2 smoke alarms that were triggered. Upon arrival, the crew did not see any active fire. Engine 8 searched the residence and came across the homeowner's vehicle that was running in the enclosed garage. The crew immediately opened the garage door and turned off the vehicle to begin ventilation of the residence with a negative pressure fan. Engine 8 cleared each room with a CO monitor to ensure the residence was safe for the homeowner. Due to the quick actions and observations of the responding crew, the residents avoided carbon monoxide poisoning. With great pleasure, we would like to present the Meritorious Service Award to both Lieutenant Nicholas Faso and Lieutenant Matthew Green. Over there.
Here. Put it over this way. Thank you. And then close in. 1, 2. Thank you very much.
The second award was on May 9th, 2021. Battalion 2 was dispatched to West Powerline Street in reference to a motor vehicle accident with entrapment. Upon arrival, Battalion 2 and Engine 9 found one vehicle that collided into a security gate. The security gate entrapped 2 patients within the vehicle. Medic 25 was assigned EMS ops, and command requested medic units be moved to get Squad 7 closer to the scene for tools. Nature Coast EMS had patient care for the entire incident. Captain 103, which was our EMS captain at the time, Jason Morgan, arrived on scene and was assigned to secure a landing zone for Air Life 4. Crystal River Fire Engine 1A responded and secured a second landing zone for Shands Care 2. Crystal River Fire Department Rescue 1 arrived on scene and assisted with providing manpower for the extrication. All crews on scene used multiple tools to remove the secured gate that was pinning the patients in the vehicle. The roof and all doors were removed from the vehicle to successfully retrieve both passengers. The patients were immediately transported to Ocala Regional Hospital via helicopter for treatment. It's with pride we present this Meritorious Service Award to Lieutenant Gary Bonnick, Chief Jason Morgan, and Driver Engineer Daniel Pastrana. Yeah, what's the way?
Put the
What?
thing in front of it.
Great. We'll do one more. Good, thank you very much.
Nice picture. On May 23rd, 2021, an individual walked up to Station 3 with concerns of experiencing chest pain. Engine 3 crew notified dispatch of the cardiac issue and requested Nature Coast EMS to respond emergency. Engine 3 provided ALS care while the ambulance was en route. Patient care was turned over to Nature Coast EMS once they arrived to the station. To ensure complete care, an Engine 3 crew member assisted Nature Coast EMS with transport to Seven Rivers Hospital. While en route, the patient became unresponsive and pulseless. Therefore, an AED was administered to shock the patient twice. The pulse and breathing successfully returned. The ambulance arrived to Seven Rivers Hospital and patient care was transferred to the ED staff. Today, we are pleased to congratulate both Lieutenant Matthew Green and firefighter Austin Power and their assistants to provide exceptional patient care.
They come right here. Great, thank you very much.
On June 5th, 2021, Squad 7 was dispatched and responded emergency to West Fort Island Trail on Crystal River in reference to a vehicle submerged in the water. Upon arrival, CCFR, Nature Coast EMS, and CCSO crews found the vehicle approximately 100 yards from the boat ramp with an individual on the roof screaming for help. Squad 7 crews immediately donned their proper PFD and swam to the individual's aid. The crews reached the passenger, placed a PFD on them, and assisted their swim back to shore. Once on shore, crews turned over patient care to Nature Coast EMS. Marine 3 arrived and searched for additional victims. Fortunately, there were no other passengers. With no further hazards in the vehicle made clear for no further victims, the scene was turned over to CCSO and FWC. We are honored to present this next Meritorious Service Award to Captain Thomas Ratchford for his assistance in this strategic rescue. I remember this one. What is it on the paper? Oh, it's the same thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great, thank you.
Oh, what? Hey, now. So, as we come to the end of this, the next 3 awards are in order of precedence. We've gone from low to high. So, I want you to understand with the next 3 awards, they are of significance. So, without further ado, the Paramedic of the Year. The Paramedic of the Year award may be awarded to any member who exemplifies the department's mission. The recipient is chosen by his or her peers because of unselfish acts in the field, leadership, compassion, and dedication. The recipient has demonstrated the ability to serve honorably in the finest traditions of the fire service. We are very proud to present this award to Paramedic Caroline Cooper.
Great, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Next is the EMT of the Year, which, as I just stated, this award may be given to any member who exemplifies the department's mission. The recipient is chosen by his or her peers because of unselfish acts in the field, leadership, compassion, and dedication. The recipient has demonstrated the ability to serve honorably in the finest traditions of the fire service, and we are very proud to present this award to Brandy Gianni.
Okay. Great, thank you very much.
And lastly, we have the Life Saving Award. The Life Saving Award is given to individuals directly responsible for saving a human life. This award is issued to members for saving a life through various actions on or off duty that are instrumental in saving a human life. The following individuals did just that. On approximately 12:30 a.m. on November 25th, 2021, there was a rollover motor vehicle accident in the intersection of Highway 44 and Courthouse Square in Inverness, Florida. All 3 passengers were ejected from the vehicle. Citrus County Fire Rescue off-duty personnel were first on the scene to provide first aid and give appropriate information to dispatch. The occupants were unconscious and exhibiting signs of traumatic brain injury. Within minutes, multiple agencies arrived and provided patient care. All 3 patients were treated as trauma alerts and transported accordingly. Ultimately, these patients were critically injured and in imminent danger of death. Due to the various actions of the off-duty individuals, all patients were recovered and transported immediately for care. Fortunately, all passengers were discharged from the hospital. We are very pleased to congratulate Lieutenant Nicholas Faso, Lieutenant Michael Moore, and paramedic Jonathan Calhoun on their selfless efforts while off duty to provide life-saving aid to these patients.
One more. Hey, everyone. Snuck an extra one. Thank you.
That concludes the awards portion of the ceremony. I'm going to turn it back over to Division Chief Greg Ellis for closing remarks.
So this concludes our ceremony. Again, I would like to thank all of you that came out here. I can't tell you how much it means to have the family and loved ones of all of our first responders to be here with each of our first responders to support them in this process. Everything from the promotional process to the new hire onboarding, swear-in process, it all means tremendous, especially all of the awards. To each of you, congratulations and many years of success. There are some refreshments out in the hallway. Feel free to stay, take some pictures. But again, thank you all for coming.